love the job because you can't stop when he's on.
Times when he's hanging will leave you in a day.
But you gotta pay close attention because you can't put a word inside.
We got crazy mad societies, we're all a bunch of freaks.
He's got crazy mad solutions when he talks before he thinks.
When I need a couple bucks, like money ain't a thing, man. I got a side job
clubbing rats over in England.
off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Don't take offense, cause my man is frankly honest.
He's the only one that ever beat me in a sweating contest.
Cause if you can't take the heat, you're getting kicked out the kitchen.
You get the dry white toast, he's got the 2-whole chicken.
Got away with the ladies, they're always taking him home to mother.
When she answers the door, she's like, I see you met your father.
It's obvious his mouth is gonna get him in trouble.
Yo, Bill, call the bar, get the bail on the double.
Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold.
Well, my little nasty, SexuallyTalk.com, 8 p.m. It must be another episode of Sex Drugs Kris DeVold, episode 278. I can't be late. I literally can't be late to my own show. I'm already here, as you can see. Oh my goodness, it always feels like it's been 2 weeks since I last been here, but it's only been a week, and oh my God, there's Christmas in the air. I don't know, Christmas in the air gets me going a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. If you're watching on SexuallyTalk.com, I want to thank you. You did the extra work. You typed in the URL. You are very intelligent. If you're watching on Facebook Live, I want to thank you. That's one of the easiest ways to watch. I want to thank you for that. But this time, if you're watching on YouTube.com/SexDrugsKrisDeVold, Black Thunder, I'm talking to you, you nasty, nasty bitch, you and your big log. Oh, it doesn't make sense to anyone. But Black Thunder, shout out to Black Thunder and Miss Sarah. They're always watching on the flat screen at home, and he showed me the biggest piece of wood. The biggest piece of wood that he was going to be lighting on fire during tonight's episode. So special shout out to them. They're always watching on the youtube.com/SexDrugsKrisDeVold channel. Now, we got to go ahead and get into this. Okay, what are we doing tonight? We have a huge Christmas episode next Friday. If you don't come to any episode during the year, come to that one. It's very special. Warm fuzzies all around. I remember a couple years ago, I tried not to cuss during I think I made it like a minute and 29 seconds in, a minute and 18, and it was horrible. But next Friday, it's going to be the 6th annual Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Christmas Spectacular. Can you believe it? The 6th one. Oh, man, and I'm going to just admit it now. We're going to have Jimmy O in the house, of course, doing his version of the Grinch and possibly Christmas in Fresno, but the Skulls of Mush are going to be in the house. They're preparing for a big show they have in Tulare, January 5th. It's going to be a huge show they're preparing for, and they got some new songs they're going to do. Some new songs they're going to do for you. It's going to be fucking great. Come on out, all the Yuletide spirit. Black Thunder, you should bring your Yule log. It's going to be a good time. But now, we don't have time. We got to get to it. My man Gucci. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man in Sin City, Gucci. But see, Gucci's flying. I think he's flying to Fresno at 8:15. He boards a flight. And Gucci's got a great non-Gucci story. A story that you wouldn't really expect from him. So let's go ahead and let's just dial the man himself. It's almost like calling a celebrity and is Brad Pitt gonna pick up? Is Gucci gonna pick up? Now, he should be in the airport at this point. Let's see what we get going here. Boarding a flight. He's like, local, can you call me early? I'm boarding a flight. Hello, what's up, Gucci? What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man in Sin City, Gucci. Now, Gucci, we're going to make this quick, man, because why we got to make it quick? Where are you at right now?
I'm at the airport, local.
This guy's at the airport, local. Local, you boarding a flight. Where you flying to, homie?
I'm going to Washington, Seattle, local.
Wait a minute, homie. You're always flying to fucking Fresno. You're going to Washington?
Yeah, homie. I gotta go have some fun over there and try to have a story for the show.
Hey, but
I've been kind of lagging lately, homie.
I think you're gonna make up for it. I think you're gonna make up for it right now, homie. What story do you have for us? What happened to Gucci?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened to Gucci? You got a story for us. What happened to you, Gucci? You have quite the banger.
So, local, Thursday night last week, I go out. You know, I really don't fuck with the dark homie. I was ready to play in it. And I I went on Thursday, then I go out Friday, but Saturday was the night, local. We go out, it's straight, it's cracking, it's having fun. I end up taking this girl back, right? To the house. So I'm like, cool, I'm fucking like, cool, like, whatever. So we take her back to the house, local, I'm smashing.
He's smashing.
Guts.
Up in the guts.
It's going good. It's beating the guts, having fun, having the greatest time of my life. I roll over, I go to sleep, just sucking on my thumb.
That's a great night. It's baby time, dude. Time to go nap.
So I wake up and fucking, she's gone. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, it's cool.
Whatever. That's a good girl. Good girl. She took off.
Look, she stole $250 out of my wallet.
What? She took $250 out of your wallet.
She got me, local.
Gucci, what?
You feel me? I feel play, homie.
You want to know what the best part of this is, homie? Is you've been living in Vegas for over a year now. Have you had anything like that happen to you? Is this the first time?
This is the first, and I promise you the last. This should happen again. What do I always say? Stay alert, stay alive.
Stay alert, stay alive. Those are Gucci's words, dude. That is hilarious. You know, if you knew my friend Gucci, you would realize this story is extra funny because he's not this guy. He's not this guy. Gucci doesn't lose $250 over some pussy.
Definitely don't.
Was it $250?
Definitely don't at all.
Hey, was it $250 pussy? Was it?
I don't think there's anything such thing as because I don't pay for it. So fuck no. Fuck no. I'm still hella pissed right now. I'm about to be on this plane hella pissed now because you brought it back up.
I know. I'm just like, what the shit though, dude?
Hey, homie, she got me, homie. She was probably over there watching me sleep, snoring while she was just counting my money.
Just taking out your money. She's counting it. She's like, man. She's like, I got that dick and that money. Like that was her best night.
Want to remember, right?
The house won that night, dude. She was like, this was my best. She's back probably wherever. Where was she from? Do you know?
Yeah, but check this out though. Let's try to tell you this though.
Okay.
And last night I go out, local cracking, hella bitches, right? Christmas, it's a little Christmas thing. I have a bitch that looks like Amber Rose right there. We start talking, whatever. She wants me to buy her a drink. I tell her I don't buy drink for strangers.
Nope.
So then I take a shot. And she kisses me, and I'm like, let's go back to your room. Right when she kisses me, I said, let's go back to your room. She goes, I thought you don't talk to strangers. I go, we're not strangers anymore. We just kiss.
Oh, Lord.
So we started dancing, local. I started kissing all up on her neck and fucking like rubbing on her pussy and shit right there on the dance floor.
What? Wait, you're rubbing on her pussy on the dance floor right now?
Yeah, and it smelled like your breath.
You know, I only have one other buddy, and I'll just say Dotes. My buddy Dotes fingered a chick at a fucking Motley Crue cover band show one time. That's a little more sleazy, but hey, wait, what about the video you showed me with the chick and the blow pop in her mouth? Who was that girl?
Oh, that was a Wednesday. That was last Wednesday, local. That one was the one. She was bad. I'm looking at Daddy right now as we speak at the airport.
You gonna try to get in the Mile High Club? Is that what's going on right now, Gucci?
Local, I was fucking a flight attendant. Local, she was bad. I'm gonna send you a picture. You gotta post it for the fans.
He's like, you gotta post. Is she better than the Texas chick? Is she better than the Texas chick, dude?
No one's better than the Texas chick.
No one's better than the Texas chick, dude.
I love her.
You know, I think that picture still.
That picture, you got me yelling in the airport. Everyone's just staring at me.
Everybody's staring at him in the airport. I love it, dude. Gucci, that Texas one, dude. I think that picture's still on my Facebook. I'm gonna have to repost that one again, dude.
Loco. Oh,
hey, man. She the one that got away on me.
But you know what? I'm trying to leave some Gucci juice in Portland, Oregon.
He's trying to leave Gucci juice in Portland, Oregon. Hey, man.
Seattle.
Hey, wait. So you're going to Portland?
Well, I'm flying into Portland, but then we're going to Seattle tomorrow.
Dude, I heard it's loose party time up there, man. Right?
In Portland?
Oh, I think yeah. I heard it's liberal as fuck up there, man. You might find a chick that got a little more pussy hair than a chick in Vegas, but I mean, Portland.
Hey, don't worry, it's cold. I need to stay warm.
He's got to stay warm. Hey, look, I got invisible beer. Hey, so Gucci, all right, man. Well, how about this, Gucci? You got to do... Hey, Gucci, where are you at on making a girl say Kris DeVold in the middle of sex challenge?
You know what, local? The thing is, I get too drunk.
That's what it's... If you're getting so drunk, a bitch is stealing $250 out of your wallet while you're sleeping, yes, you're getting too drunk. You're eye on the prize,
Exactly.
Gucci.
Exactly. For $250, I should have had her saying your freaking name.
Dude, for $250, she should have been calling me while you were inside of her. Dude, by the way, we have some audience members coming in. Hey, we have audience members coming in late, Gucci. Audience members coming in late. Let's bring them up to speed. Gucci took a chick home and banged her. And then, which is nothing new, right? That's every time. That's every time. He passed out, and then she stole $250 out of his wallet and took off. He's been living in Vegas a year. A year.
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. Oh shit.
Better put respect on that name, local. It's 2 years only.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, man. You can do another 2 years without getting fucked over like that, man. All right, homie. I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna let you get up to Portland and fucking Seattle, and you get to banging some hippie chicks. Get them to say Kris DeVold. Just you gotta get it on audio, though, man.
I'm gonna try, local.
I really want you to focus up. You know, you're the one that chose this. You wanted this.
Pay attention to your Snapchat tonight, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna be doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time. My man in Sin City, who's actually gonna be flying out to Portland here within minutes. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man Gucci! Fucking good shit, Gucci. We'll be talking to you soon. You gotta love that shit. You guys missed this. I was saying, shh. This is the low-key episode of Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. I was telling him shh. It was just me and Michael in here and his hair. I don't have any. And then they came in. We're keeping it low key because next week's the big Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold Christmas Spectacular. I feel like Oprah all of a sudden. Oh, you get a Christmas Spectacular. You get a Christmas Spectacular. It'll be the sixth one. Sixth one. Are you kidding me? The very first one. Oh, it's starting to get a little cold just thinking about it. It was a cold night. December 20th, 2013. Do you remember what you guys were doing December 20th, 2013? Probably drinking one of these, right? I mean, if I had to bet, I'd be like, look, chances are, even though we weren't hanging out in December 2013, that was a Friday night, so we were probably both drinking, no? I can guarantee I have it on tape I was drinking. I know you probably were. It was a magical night. It was my very first Christmas episode. I didn't know what to do, so... Let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I think there's even some people that we shouldn't even be airing, but fuck it. It was the first Christmas episode. It doesn't matter. We're going to look back on some of the first Christmas episode. We'll make fun of a couple things. We will actually play the musical guest out of that. Believe it or not, me and Jimmy O weren't best of friends back then. We just knew each other, and he liked working with me and I liked working with him, so it was a big honor for me to have him do the Christmas episode. Still a big honor. He's doing this one as well. And then we had Uncle Tutu on the show. If you don't know Uncle Tutu, he was part of a rap duo called Mayfair District, him and his brother. His brother split, went doing some other stuff. We will actually have to play Uncle Tutu's latest video that he released. He lives up in Portland, believe it or not. I should have told Gucci that. His last music video that he spent a pretty penny on, it called Sinner. Last I checked, it was over 100,000 views. And so he's banging it out up in Portland. He was on the episode. So I had a little rap. I had a little folk rock. Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see how bad the studio really was back then. I think we had one light and a big camera, and it was like one of the big cameras. It looks like I'm holding a cock when I do that. Anyways, we're going to slide the knob. We'll be back. Well, nasty, CentralValleyTalk.com, Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold, what the fuck you're watching, episode 278, I can't be late, for it's my own show, I'm already here, you see how that fucking works, hopefully you refilled the weed bowl, the cereal bowl, hopefully you got yourself another beer, maybe you got chocolate milk, if I had chocolate milk, I'd be blowing bubbles in mine!
Who the fuck is bubble?
One day we'll find out, some say they already know.
Stepsister.
So, yeah, right, there's a man, Sam I Am out there that says he knows who it is. But here we go. So, so we're gonna time travel. We're gonna go back in time to
Terminator timeline.
Right. We're gonna go back in time. Everybody down. And it's not like you're going to be in the car at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance with your mom trying to make out with you. We're not going to go back to the future, okay? We're going to go kind of back in time, and we're going to take a look at December 20th, 2013. It was a magical time on the Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold show. I had only been on the air since February of that year, and I had only been on the air on Friday nights for about 4 months. I used to be on Tuesday nights. Could you imagine doing this on a Tuesday night?
Hell no. Friday.
Oh, man. I did it from March until like August on Tuesday nights. Oh, yeah. You know what? The very first night we filmed, February 12, 2013, it was Fat Tuesdays here in Tower.
Nice.
And it was me and the board guy, Bill, uncomfortable as fucking here. I didn't know how much I should drink, how much I should party, so I did it before I came. And then we just kind of sat here in silence, and then I started the show and started yelling, doing my thing, and he was like, okay. Do you party? I party. All right, we'll party next Tuesday. But when we switched to Fridays, it was a whole new ball game. I remember our boy Schuler was here cooking 2 tri-tips outside, just celebrating it. Remember Schuler? Hey,
He's all fucked up now, right?
hey, I'm Schuler. Look, I wear a suit and I got fucking sandals on. Like literally, that's how he sounds. Like that isn't even. He'd be like, "Hey, DeVold, why you make me sound like a fucking prick?" And I was like, "Hey, Schuler, because you fucking are." Like, and it sounds just like him. I love my Schuler impression. I do impressions of people like only like 5 people know, so they really only work around certain crowds. But here's what it was. So Friday night started, and it stared kicking off, and I'm like, you know what? Huh?
Do Enrique.
I can't. I don't have an Enrique. Enrique's very very lazy, you know, like he's very lazy. But see, I can't even do it. I'd have to get in a mode. And by the way, you don't hear enough someone shouting, "Do Enrique!" I'm all.
What other show has that? What other show has that?
So what I really loved, right? What I really loved was I loved Christmas specials back in the fucking day. Shout out to the Star Wars Christmas special, which sucked ass, but introduced us to Boba Fett.
Universal Life Day?
Yeah, Universal Life Day, and fucking, you got to meet Chewbacca's family as a whole thing.
His uncle was a drunk.
Oh yeah, the whole thing we didn't need, but we got Boba Fett out of it. I'll take that. But then I used to like, you know, you get special Christmas episodes of shows are on a very special Full House, you know, and it's like everybody gets in the mood. It kind of has that feeling. I remember being at a huge pizza party at my buddies, and we were all watching the Family Matters Christmas episode, and like it was absurd. By the way, in that episode, Steve and Laura switched, and Laura was the nerd, and she got to see life through Steve's eyes. It was a Christmas experience for her.
Nice. I'm shaking my head.
Why do I remember this shit? So what I was thinking was when December rolled around, I get to have a Christmas episode. By the way, how did the show look back then? Can we go ahead? You got like a first segment? Maybe we can do like a little, I can talk some shit over it. Let's see how I looked. Let's see how swollen I was. Whoa, it's cold, my little nasties. It's Friday night, 8 p.m. It's a very special Kris DeVold, Sex, Drugs, and Kris DeVold, CentralValleyTalk.com. You know how, what'd she have, her Rocky Mountain Christmas, Dolly Parton?
No!
I'm having my Smoky Mountain Christmas tonight, and it's cold, my little nasties. And ooh, I got my brew here, and it's hold on. Oh, it's so warm. Oh man, Bill, do you got yourself a nice little warm ale over there? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not using our sponsor tonight, which is Tiger Scory Brie. I'm using this beer because apparently when it's warm, it's better. Did you know that, Bill? Oh, it's so good. Hey, welcome to the show tonight, you guys. It's our Christmas episode!
Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Wearing an engagement.
Oh, man, Bill, hold on.
My
Let me take off my layers. You know, this was made for me by Heather, my fiance. It's so, Bill, it's so cold out there, Bill. Let me take off my layers. Let me take off my layers. I wanted to be layered.
Hold on.
I remember
You know
that.
how when
I
you're in
remember
cold
that.
weather
and someone comes in, they have to carry on conversation while they're taking off all their shit. And it's like, fucking, we don't have to deal with that in Fresno. Oh, so cold.
Oh, my animal
Now,
hat.
There we go. A little bit
The
better. Now,
Muppets.
hey, we have an official Facebook page, Sex Drugs Kris DeVold. Go ahead and look it up. Kris with a K, okay? Fuck you. It comes in handy in this time of season,
look
all
the
right?
same?
All of a sudden, when people are like, isn't that how girls
I'm a little
spells it?
thinner
All of
now,
sudden
just
December,
a little,
right?
right?
It's so clever. I'm like, yes,
I'm
I
the
change it
weird
for 1
what?
month a year
It's
just
the
to
keto.
just to get some
Keto.
extra laughs. Because,
I
because
do.
saying
My
cunt
man-
isn't
my
enough.
girl-
Oh,
she's a little
boy,
larger
that's
in
one
this
for the
region,
holidays.
okay.
Now, you know, I was going to have fucking Santa on the
think I'm
show
a
tonight. I'm not
consistent
lying.
fat guy.
Santa
I think
Claus
you can
was
bump
going to
into me
come. I
back
had
in
him booked.
2009 and
This is
bump
not a
into me in
lie. Now, this is true.
2018. And like,
Yes,
holy
but he
fuck,
had a
the guy's
previous
exactly
engagement,
the same.
and Somehow he's fucking busy.
It's
this
bigger
kind of
down here,
season.
right?
He's got something better to do. You know what? Santa does know me, and I know him.
You've been chewing gum, bro.
She was stuffing me a lot. That chick was, man. She was stuffing me. I think I ate Chuck Leonard. Was the way I ate Chuck Leonard for Christmas.
Get the dog tag of Chuck Leonard from eating.
Fucking the things I wore, the fucking dog tags and the rings, and oh Lord.
Whoa. Oh no, it is animal. Thank God. I thought you were wearing animal.
No.
Friday nights. This guy's fucking Elvis ego. Elvis ego.
Oh man, Bill. Me and Bill just used to yell at each other, me and the sound guy.
Bill, remember? Hey, y'all in the audience, be quiet.
So can I just let you know that Bill went over a deep end at one point. He started yelling at my musical guests. I remember like a rapper came up to him to give him the flash drive, and he turned and yelled at the rapper to get behind the tape line, and everybody in the and we're talking like packed house. Rapper brought like 8 people with him, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Remember that? It's like second week in a row he's fucking yelling at musical guests.
Jesus Christ.
First off, let me mention one thing that I've mentioned before. When the world ends, there's gonna be cockroaches and sex drugs, Kris DeVold. Okay? Woo! Can you realize that already? I'm outliving the fucking bands that have been on this fucking show. I'm hitting up bands from 2013 because I want to reminisce and go down fucking memory lane, and I'm getting messages back from like random drummers that still run the page and like, yeah, no, we haven't been together for like 4 years, man. I'm like, how am I lasting longer? I mean, what happened, man? And I'm fucking looking back now. They weren't all golden. I remember I got excited because a rapper from Connecticut was in town and was going to come on the show. And I'm like, we're going East Coast. It's a rapper from Connecticut, though. He did his set holding his phone and doing his lyrics off his phone.
That's Connecticut.
It's Connecticut rap is what I'm saying. And he was white, too.
Oh, see?
A white boy from Connecticut has no business rhiming.
But if it's a white boy from the Bronx...
He can rap. He's fine. He's beastie at that point. He's very beastie. Now,
Rap, baby!
Now, right now, Michael helps me run my board now, and Michael isn't as verbal as Bill, right? Exactly, right? So this is, and it almost, I think, I've had a couple sound guys in between, Bill. You know what it's like? It's like being with a new chick and you're not sure how much to really talk during sex.
Sound guys are dicks, man.
Right? I wasn't gonna say fuck time, but
you got Michael.
You've been with some girls and new girls, and you don't know how much to talk to them. I remember a guy was my soundboard guy for a few weeks, actually over a couple months, and he had to bide his time here because he also had a Bible study on Friday nights.
Oh shit.
That is not a lie. So he would either be here skipping the Bible study, working my soundboard, or he would be at the Bible study. And I ain't one to make someone choose their faith. I mean, but you obviously you can see he's not here anymore. But
Michael.
The funny part, as I run over in my segments, the funny part about that guy is, in case you don't know, my show seems like complete chaos. I seem like fuck around, and I am. Even back then, I was slurring a little, and the episode had just started. I was usually about 2 to 3 Bud Ices in by the time we'd start the episode.
Oh, Bud Ice.
Yeah, and there were times I shouldn't have been driving home, and I'd leave out of here and be like, that was a good episode, you know? And I never did. I didn't drive. That was just me sitting outside doing that. That wasn't me behind the wheel. No. Never. Okay? Now, you know, I hold it together just a little more. Not really, just a little more. So what I was going to say is, it's been a good run with the Christmas episodes, and I think this one's going to set the bar even higher. Now, I must admit to you, because some people, Sexual Steve-O and the Neighborhood Scum, woo! Yeah, I know, they're going to be here in January. You want to know why? One of their guitarists is in fucking New York. And apparently when you party in New York, you think you're going to be back by a certain week, but you're going to be back the week after. And it threw everything off. But with a band like Sexual Steve-O and the Neighborhood Scum, you don't care if it throws everything off. So we will be kicking off January most heartily at some point. Those guys are so fucking badass. I mean,
True punk.
True punk. It's real. It's real. And they're not, you want to know the best part about Sexual Steve-O and the Neighborhood Scum? They're not doing it to make you see what they're doing. Like, that's just what the fuck they do. If he wants to wear a fucking leotard, you remember in Cheech and Chong when he has on his tutu at the end and shit? And you're like, that's fucking silly as fuck. That's almost kind of punk right there.
That was something.
This here, though, Sexual Steve on the Neighborhood Scum, he can get down and pretend to fucking go down on his guitarist like a circus still, wearing fucking a tutu and a mask, and then he has on a sombrero and he's singing a different song. They're singing about, if you listen to their lyrics, one of the few bands, if you listen to their lyrics, I literally leaned over to someone when they were in the studio and I'm like...
It's like costume changes, Mariah Carey or
Right?
Sexy Steve.
Right? Right? Oh, I saw Diana Ross at the Fresno Fair one time. Bitch changed outfits 5 times. Fucking Diana Ross or Sexual Steve-O. That's fucking competition at that point. I remember one of their songs was doing dirty things to someone's grandma. The dirty things she lets me do to her. And I'm listening to the lyrics and I literally lean over to someone and I'm like, are you fucking hearing what they're saying right now? Because you're so distracted by this that sometimes you're not hearing this. And by the second time that came on, I was like, okay, I'm listening this time because
Prestige.
oh, it's fantastic. So now that I've totally built up a band that won't be here next week, you sons of bitches. We got really off topic on that one. You squirreled me. I was squirrel. You fucking squirreled me. I wasn't ready. They'll be here in January. I've sent them some dates. They're going to make sure the guitarist is back from the East Coast. Son of a bitch.
One of the scum straight.
One of the scum straight. Let's do this. Can you put, I know we're running over, Michael. I know we're running over, but can you put on the screen the ad from Barmageddon? The Skulls of Mush have a show Saturday, January 5th at Barmageddon. They invaded Barmageddon back in September 29th, and now Barmageddon's going to have them back. Get a load of this fucking poster. I mean, this poster's my fucking my childhood right there. Are you kidding me? You got the Skulls of Mush. You got Hyper Slug, Strange Matter. Oh, and Tribute of a Down, the System of a Down tribute band. Do you realize all 3 of those people have been musical guests on the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold show? Actually, all 4! All 4! And look, we got the Mario picture. So fucking cool. By the way, all the bands have cool members to party with. So we're all going to be down in Tulare January 5th, Saturday night at Barmageddon. Quick little 45 minutes. Hey, it was a quick little 40-minute drive, and we had a fucking time at that fucking place.
Oh, that's moving, driver.
So if you've never been to Barmageddon, get ready for a fucking party. We're running way over. Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, I believe did we split up the musical guests to where it's one segment with both of them, or is it just one big old fat segment? Let's do that. All right. We're going to see what Jimmy O did December 20th, 2013. I think he did the Christmas in Fresno song. What he did was he posted on Facebook, how do you know it's Christmas in Fresno, good or bad? And all the bullshit everybody posted, all the things people said. Yeah. He put it in a song, and then every year he kind of modifies the song based off your comments. So when we come back, we will not be live just for that segment, and then I'll come back and wrap it in a nice little bow for the end, my little nasties. Go and slide that knob. Let's get Christmassy up in this bitch. Woo! Merry Christmas, Jimmy O.
Merry Christmas, Chris. Oh yeah, here I am. Christmas time. The season of perpetual hope, and all that other stuff I learned from movies. Speaking of movies, speaking of Christmas songs, this is my favorite one. Well, there's Dasher and Prancer and Chandler and Phoebe. No, okay, no. Better Christmas song than that. Here we go. The only one that counts, really. If I could find it. Let's see, my big book of Christmas songs, and I only know one. Because it goes like this. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. 'Cause you're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your brain is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. 'Cause you're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You've got termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given a choice between the 2 of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. That's right, 'cause you're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. You're the king of sinful salts. Your heart's a dead tomato splotched with purple splotches, and you're Mr. Grinch. That's right. How do I put this? Your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable. Mangled up and tangled up knots. That's right, you nauseate me, Mr. Grinch. With a super nauseous nose. You're a crooked jerky jockey riding on your crooked horse, Mr. Grinch. You're a 3-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce. Grinch. Now that's a Christmas song. Maybe.
Nice.
Now. Go and dig your holes with boughs of holly. Go warm up Grandma's tamales. Get some Cheermeister and kill your pain. Go for a stroll down Christmas tree lane. Turn on those lights, all red and green. 'Cause yesterday was Halloween. Go out shopping, oh, and drive real bad. It's gonna be the best Christmas you ever had. It's Christmas in Fresno. It was 70 last week, now it's 30 below. Oh, I love having Christmas in Fresno. 'Cause everybody's a little slow, because it's cold. Now I come from a little town outside of Fresno called Sanger, USA. And our Santa Claus out there, he's got a funny way to talk. He says, ho, 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 orale. But I love Fresno at Christmas time, 'cause everybody's in Walmart parking lot. Looks like the way to be, looks like the place to go. Even though it looks like Soviet Russia by the size of that line. So my message to you people in Fresno, be a little better at Christmas time. You know when you go out and you go shopping, you know just what to buy. lot of sweaters for your mom and your dad, and buy that Xbox for you. Don't forget Grandma's hurting hands for making all them tamales for you. All right, now. Yeah, it's Christmas time in Fresno. No, we don't got no snow. Well, it's Christmas time in Fresno on sex, drugs, and Kris DeVold. Oh, yeah. Now we all gotta get peace signs up in the air. Everybody be good to everybody. Remember, I'm Jimmy O. And I go on every show I go on in Fresno. Because I want to keep the love flowing, people. You know, I gotta tell you a little secret now. I just made up this song.
Nice.
Because that happens in Fresno. All right, I'm going to say Merry Christmas and everybody be good to everybody, okay?
Laughing all the way, bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells.
Whoa, I'm little nasties. Welcome back to Sex Drugs Kris DeVold, episode 278. Can't be late. What's the best one?
Best of times.
Times.
Him and Robin Williams.
Him and Robin Williams. I have that on VHS. Don't fuck with me.
God,
Oh, I
best
ain't
of
fucking
times.
around.
Best of Times with Kurt Russell and Robin Williams. You also know, god dang, I'm not going to be able to remember the name.
Was that son of a bitch?
What's the Robin Williams movie where he's Russian? Have you seen that one?
Moscow on the Hudson.
Moscow on the Hudson. I couldn't remember the name.
Still brings a tear, man.
So good. Then he was also in The World According to Garth, man. Like, he has a laundry
Club
list of
Paradise.
shit. Club Paradise.
It's the shit.
Some good movies.
I was a birdcage.
Menschmeer.
Come on
Menschmeer. He's all,
That
oh,
was
I
the
pierced the
best.
toast. That's like, it's okay, we got more toast.
A real gay guy and a guy playing gay.
Right? And the real gay guy wasn't even out as a gay guy at the time. Nathan Lane wasn't out at that time as a gay guy. So it was a straight guy playing a gay guy who was really a gay guy.
We all knew what
That's
we
like crossing
done.
dicks at that point. I'm like confused at that point.
You know?
Man, you guys.
All right, back on track.
Back on track. By the way, Netflix, to talk about canceled Daredevil. I watched Daredevil.
Oh, is that the shit? What the fuck? That's the Daredevil.
They canceled Daredevil. It's like one of the few shows I watch with my mother. My mom's like, let's watch Daredevil.
I think they're going to DC. I think they're going to
Here's the thing. I'm an old acting major from college. I dig a good one
You're a
shot.
thespian?
I'm a thespian. I mean, pussy my whole. Wait, no, thespian. Sorry.
Same thing.
So
Same
what
thing.
I'm saying is I dig a good one shot. Tarantino loves a good one shot. Meaning like you yell action and you fill the home scene and you move just one camera around. You don't go different views. If you want a different view, camera's got to move over there. Meaning like if you fuck up 10 minutes into the scene, guess what? You gotta go redo the whole motherfucking scene.
Might get better though.
So how about Pulp Fiction when he closes the trunk and they're gonna go up into the apartment, him and John Travolta and Samuel, and they're talking about foot rubs and shit? The moment they close the trunk, that was one of the longest one shots in film history. He follows them all the way up like 3 flights. They fuck up one line like 2 flights up. They gotta come back down, reset the whole scene. In Reservoir Dogs, at the beginning where they're talking about if they tip or not, it's one camera just going around the table. The whole conversation. Somebody fucks up a line late in that, they got to reset. I dig a good one shot. Also in Death Proof, they do the same thing. Talking about stunts they did in movies. It's the same shot from Reservoir Dogs. He just goes around the table.
Goodfellas.
They do a lot of one shots in Goodfellas.
Yep.
Scorsese. I love a good one shot. Let the actors act. Well, I love fight scenes with one shots because if you fuck up late in it, are you talking Tony Jaa, baby?
Is that the dude
Have you
that
seen-
going for his elephant?
Yeah.
That's the shit.
Okay, so this is you want to know what? Me and you need to be like super good friends because I'm gonna tell you there's a guy named Tony Jaa, Tony Jaa. He actually modified a couple styles of like praying mantis and some other shit and made his own. He does a one shot in a movie where he goes up like 4 flights of stairs.
Circular.
And he's knocking dudes over and they fall down like 3 flights and they film it and keep filming him. And then it's all one shot. And you realize like 15 minutes into the fight scene, holy fuck, if someone just misses their mark. He's climbing walls, he's doing things, no wire work. It's one fucking shot, and gets me all for an elephant. Gets me fucking hard, man. But you don't see that. You don't see that in modern day, like too much modern day cinema. And me being like a film geek, like I'll look for shit like that. I'm like, oh, I'll dig this one shot. I noticed in the first season of Daredevil that he got in a fight in a long hallway, and he worked his way down the whole hallway in a one shot fighting, jumping off the walls, doing crazy shit. Flash forward to season 3, and me and my mom are pumped as fuck. He's coming out of a prison. The scene itself is like 20 minutes. It's all one shot. Nice. Just one cameraman going behind him as he whoops that ass for like 20 minutes. And then you think the fight's over, and you're like, wow, that was the baddest one shot I ever saw. And my mom's like, one shot's like means it ain't changing view. And you hear him. The actor, you hear him, right? He ain't like breathing the way he is after a fight scene in the regular fight scene. You hear him going, like you hear him fucking breathing. The actors, and when he's delivering his lines, he goes, I don't think that's it. Like you're like, oh, yeah, you're feeling it. It's a one shot, baby. And then the fight kicks in again. And he's fighting more people on the way out. But this time there's like tear gas going off and shit. And I'm like, these are high stakes on this director's ass. Like this director fucks up. They're having to clear the set for 45 minutes because there's gas all around the set. Like they got to reset this whole thing for an hour if someone fucks up. And that very night I posted something on Facebook. I don't post on Facebook about shows. I'm not that guy. But I posted that night on Facebook like, wow, Daredevil's blowing my mind. Like artistically, plot-wise. And the next morning, I saw the post from Netflix that they were canceling it. Now, my mom is the Black Death of music.
Everything we like.
Everything we like. Now, my mom is the Black Death of music. Do you want to know what I mean by that? My mom, by the way, Pitbull, your days are numbered. Okay. My mom loves music, and then they end up dying off. By the way, I can prove this. Okay. Do you guys remember CNC Music Factory?
Oh, God.
I don't want to hear it, man.
Things that make you go, everybody dance now. Okay, right? That was very clever.
Every game I go to.
Right?
Every baseball game
Let's
I
dance,
go to.
baby. Right?
Basketball
My mom was like,
game
I love
go
CNC Music Factory. Like in 1990, 1991, in less than a year, they were out. Done. I was like, fuck, how did my mom do that? She's all, and by the way, I love this Milli Vanilli. My mom, blame it on the rain, blame it on the rain. Like, I had to listen to that shit on the way home from Sizzler, like in 1990. Like, we're on the way home from Sizzler, and it was like, baby, don't forget my number. I'm like, fuck, man, are you serious? And so they come. I loved Robin Fab. Robin Fab really had it. One of them's dead now. I know he killed himself. But anyway, you're going to do that. When you got to give back your Grammy. But by the way, then they got busted with their fucking lip syncing. So I'm like, my mom can't be the Black Death of music. Or could she? Because she says, I love this Vanilla Ice guy. He's got a lot of talent. I love Vanilla Ice. I can remember my mom listening to Ice Ice Baby making cookies on a Saturday night because my brother's friend brought it over on a cassette. And they were like, man, your mom's cool. She likes Vanilla Ice. And he was in a child. I'm like, well, he ain't going to be popular in a year. Then she liked MC fucking Hammer. My mom is the Black Death of music, okay? She loves her some Pitbull. She has seen him live at the Same Arts Center. He ain't going to die out. I don't know if my mom's power is strong enough. He's worldwide. He's worldwide. I mean, he wears a tuxedo just to live, like to go pissing. By the way, I'm not saying you got to be a Pitbull fan, but I mean, honestly, if you don't hear a Pitbull song and like you don't even move a little, Enrique, when you hear a little Pitbull song. I know you like it. I know you like. You don't even. Beep, 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 beep. Uno, dos, tres. Like.
I'll tell you what. That's what little
right?
I will never buy his CD.
I'll never buy his CD.
But I'll listen to him.
I'll listen. There you go.
You know me?
Just okay. There you go. You know Bruno Mars? I'm never gonna buy one of his CDs.
Never buy a CD.
I'll never buy a CD.
But
don't believe me, just buy. I mean, I will get up in that shit with my See, stop. Wait a minute. Oh my God, Uptown Funk me, man. Uptown Funk me. But I'm never gonna buy that shit. I'm not gonna buy that shit.
YouTube it.
You YouTube that shit.
Oh, shit.
Well, what'd you say? You go to Rasputin? He's like, I go to Rasputin. I go to Rasputin and get my shit.
It's for my daughter.
It's for my daughter. It's for my daughter. Oh my God! I will tell you this right now, okay?
Everybody think we're Bruno Mars.
I'm more of a Daddy Yankee guy than a Pitbull guy. Have you guys ever heard of Daddy Yankee? Daddy Yankee could have popped like Pitbull, but it just didn't. Gasolina, come on, man! In the video, I've been loving on that shit for a while. I wish I knew. So we were allowed to Daddy Yankee.
Puerto Rican, claim Mexican, claim fucking Cuban.
Claim whatever profits the most, man.
Yeah.
I myself I'm gender identifying as others because being white isn't profitable enough. Okay, you guys, what the fuck are we doing? Let's get back on track. 278 episodes. It can't go to shit now.
I'm asking, but got myself Daddy Yankee.
So here we go. I'm Mexican, but I call myself Daddy Yankee.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is very ironic.
Puerto Rican.
Yes, I'm Daddy Yankee though.
Hey, but it's neither here nor there.
Where are we going? All right, here we go. Sex Drugs, Kris DeVold. The 2018, the 6th annual Christmas Spectacular is happening next Friday. Oh man, you know the Skulls of Mush got a couple new songs here.
Yeah, are you coming out? Oh shit.
We gotta go.
I know you don't tell me what's going on next week, but fuck, you coming out? Shit.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be good.
No, you coming out?
The Skulls of Mush are gonna be in the house. I swear on my nuts. I swear on my nuts. The Skulls of Mush will be in the house next Friday.
Fuck yeah.
Jimmy O's gonna be fucking partying up. We're gonna do oh man, you know what's funny?
You gonna pull it up?
My dick's gonna come out. I've been bragging 6 years. I'm gonna pull out my dick. I'm the Cock-Copy Soteropoulos of Fresno. I'm the Cock-Copy Soteropoulos. If there was ever a guy to tell you tonight's the night to show your dick, fellas,
Super white.
I know the best weather to show your dick in. By the way, the weather outside, not good weather to show your dick in. No. The climate in here and here, the me and you on the same. I was thinking if we just had like 4 more people come in, I get an inch more on my ball drop and an inch more on my shaft drop.
Dude,
watch out.
Here it is right here. Dick's out for Art Silva.
Oh, Dick's a new special event we do. Dick's out for Art Silva.
That's it.
On a very special Sex Drugs Kris DeVold, we do Dick's out for Art Silva. I just want a video of 4 dicks just ramming. Just angrily ramming.
Sparks.
Yeah, Sparks. Oh, an old school barnyard cockfight. By the way, if you've never seen the movie Night Patrol, 1984 Night Patrol.
Remember that?
It's directed by Jackie Kong, who was out of Hanford, California, by the way.
Get out of here.
My family grew up with that movie. I love the Unknown Comic, by the way. The Unknown Comic currently lives in Bakersfield. He lives in Bakersfield. I want to fucking get him to do the show.
Linda Blair to come on that movie.
Linda Blair's tits were in that movie. They were out in that movie.
Watch this.
Oh, they were exercised, let me tell you. But
Does she eat pizza?
he walks out. No, but her little nipples look like little peas. But let me tell you this: the cop goes down the alley because it says a sign for cockfights, and he shows up, and it's just 2 fucking naked dudes just ramming each other. And what's funny is when one of the dudes gets rammed backwards, he falls into like 4 nuns. And they fucking push him up, and they're all holding like money, and they're all, "Get back in there, you son of a bitch!" Like, and he's all, like, I'm like, he rolls up at a fucking sperm bank, and a chick walks up and gets in line, and he's like, "Miss, I think you're in the wrong line," and she fucking gurgles back at him, and they put a subtitle that says "fuck off." Like she's all,
I gotta see this.
You've never seen Night Patrol?
I gotta see it.
2 cops in a car, and he's like, "We gotta be careful. It's gonna be a rough one tonight." He's like, "How do you know?" "Well, there's a full moon, and someone just has their ass out a fucking window." I'm like,
it is a guy from Hanford.
I'm like, wait a minute. It's Night Patrol. It's so good. If you can, by the way, Michael, I never liked to hear Michael Chores. Can you look up? It's called. It's LAPD is the name of the song. It's the Night Patrol theme. I think Carl Stewart. Do I really know that? That's absurd if I do. But hey, real quick, the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Christmas Spectacular. You guys fucking suck. Is this what you do on your podcast?
Yeah.
You have a podcast?
Yeah.
We got like 2 minutes. You want to plug it real quick?
Yeah. Go for it.
Come on, real quick. Hurry. Because we won't have time next week, and we've already connected over so many things. All right.
Hey,
Hey,
I'll hold it.
What's your podcast called?
Granddad's Tavern.
Granddad's Tavern. What do you talk about?
Everything. Talking shit.
Do you see how he got us going? Like, I'm a talker and I like to have a little direction. You got me scatting.
Yep.
Not skeeting.
Shotgun.
Scatting.
Shotgun blast.
Right.
That's how I
Shotgun.
roll. We talk shit about everything. Events that we've been to, like the Phil and the Illegals. We talk about that a bunch. Reefer.
How do I listen to the show?
You go to Podbean and you look up Granddad's Tavern.
Podbeam?
Bean.
Bean. That damn
With
it, like
an
a bean.
N.
Flick the bean. Diddly, diddly.
And this way, but for
I call
you
it the
guys,
Sports Center. Diddly, diddly.
Oh, dude, I swear to God, one time I was at a fucking light rail station in San Jose. Saw a pimp pull up, dude, in a Lincoln Town car, hit his horn, doo-loo, doo-loo. And his girls came off the light rail with fucking monthly passes and came up. Dude was being efficient.
That's fantastic.
Right? But every time I hear Sports Center now, I always think of that pimp. Boo-loop, boo-loop. And that's what he had his horn. See, shit like that is what we talk about.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Were you able to find out something? Let's see. Theme songs from Night Patrol.
I gotta see this movie.
Oh, dude, you never seen
I've never seen it.
Bob Paulson.
Paul Paulson. That's Paul Paulson.
I gotta see this
Paul
shit.
Paulson, by the way, one of the baddest actors around, plays a fucking old man that's fucking everybody.
No shit.
He's all, hey man, I heard you with Susan last night. Yeah, I fucked her brains out. Oh wait, here she comes. She walks by. He's all, hey, I heard you didn't get the promotion. Sue, who told you that? A little birdie? And she leans back and the bird goes, and he didn't get a raise. And you didn't get a raise either?
Dude, I gotta see this movie.
Oh, dude,
I gotta see this.
Night Patrol.
First, she goes, first I'm gonna find out what's under here. And she hits the unknown comic in his fucking bag. Then I'm gonna find out what's under here. And it's a Burt Reynolds picture of unknown comic and his dick's covered in a bag.
Comedy show. The
Dyke Van Dyke Show.
Dude, let's watch it and do commentary.
We
You in?
should. Oh, I'm in.
All right, we're doing this. We're
Let
doing
me tell you,
this.
hey, I think the jokes. Wait, I can make your tips, or I can make your tits seem big. I got small hands. Hey. Or how do you get a witch pregnant? You fuck her. Okay, we're done. Nine. You know what? Was this her first time ever coming to the show? Okay, good. Because if this was your first time, this was a really bad interpretation of how it usually works in studio.
It's good shit.
She's like, no, I've seen it worse than this, DeVold. Next week, we're going high class all the way, baby. Episode 279, feeling so fine. It'll be the 6th annual. Look at that. Count those Jimmy Dean digits. The 6th annual Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold Christmas Spectacular. All coming to you next Friday, live from here. You can watch the same way you're watching, but it's a lot funner if you come down in the studio. We'll have Jimmy O in studio. The Skulls of Mush in studio. Supposedly doing new music.
Oh, that's
It should be really good.
Whoa.
I can tell you right now, my buddy, we might run a little over telling you this. I got to give you this. My buddy's name's David Todd. I've talked about David Todd on here before, but David Todd, his first name's David, last name's Todd. Never
Is
trust
that
a
the new
guy.
Batman?
Well, never trust a guy with two
Jason
first
Todd.
names, fucking ever. or a man named Tex, or a woman with the state tattooed on her fucking.
Or
body.
any chick that
Those are
has
weird
a
rules.
dolphin tattoo.
Yeah, don't do that either. Now,
no.
with David Todd's the type of guy where he'll go to your fridge, have your last beer. It'll be 3/4 drink, and when you show up from home from work because he was hanging out all day, I'll be like, is that my last beer? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Did you want that? That was my bad. I'm sorry, bro.
That's horrible.
No, not after you fucking drank it. I'm sorry, man. So, and like,
You want my backwash?
He's that guy. Like, David Todd's been bumbling through life for the last, 40-something years, however old he is now. He's eternal. He's like Santa Claus. Popo Gijo. Like, he is fucking timeless. Like Père Noel. Now, this fucking guy, one night, early in the show, I'm making fun of David Todd, and I noticed Jimmy O's here. His wife is here with him. And then one of their old friends is here with them. They're laughing way more than anybody should at David Todd jokes. Like, David Todd jokes are funny, but if you know him, they're fucking fall down hilarious. And I noticed they're falling down over there laughing. I go to commercial, and they're like, you know David Todd? He used to hang out with Rick Rodham from KRZR. I'm like, you know David Todd? I'm like, that's why you guys were laughing so hard. They're like, everything you say was dead on. Bumbling through life, taking your last cigarette, taking your last beer, dry hitting your pipe. Like, he's that guy.
Hitting the resin?
You mind if I dry hit your pipe? I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Have some respect, bro.
No, he doesn't. One time he got a bad haircut from a girl, And this girl we knew, and he came in, because everybody made fun of him so bad, and they built it up that when he bumped into this girl that cut his hair, it was going to be a big deal. So I think he kind of believed the hype, and when he bumped into her, like he grabbed, like this girl fights, and she's like a very attractive chick. She's very aggressive. He went to grab her by her neck. Now my friend David Todd doesn't lay his hands on any woman. He never has. He only did it one time in his whole life, and he never did it again. Because what happened was she told so many people, and so many people wanted to kick his ass here in Fresno because she knew so many people, that he eventually had to succumb to her will, which was, the next time we're in public together, I'm going to spray you with bear mace, David Todd. And you're going to take it. And after that, we won't talk about this anymore, and we will be totally fine. Back in the day, it wasn't so easy to send videos to people. There was MySpace, and it wasn't so easy on a phone. Everything was pixely. I literally had to talk to a friend who talked to a friend who talked to a friend who got the okay for me to friend request someone on MySpace just so I could see the David Todd getting sprayed by bear mace video. And it was beautiful. He didn't know she was going to be at the party that night, and she'd been carrying bear mace in her car for several months. She had bear mace in her car for like 3 months.
So it's just cooking in there.
Waiting. She bumped into him at somebody's mutual party. He didn't know that she was going to be there. He'd been dodging her for like 3 months. And she was like, nope, it's time. And everybody else was like, it's fucking time. And so he had to go outside, and in the video, he has his hands behind his fucking right here.
Fuck that.
And she got him right in the face. Now it fucked him up pretty bad. He couldn't breathe. Yeah, he couldn't. I mean, he took it. He turned. You know what though? He turned hella quick, and it was something we all said after the video. I'm like, he turned as a wrestler turns. You know how a wrestler takes a punch? He like turned right as he felt the contact. So I was like, I don't know if he took it as well as he could have, but I mean, it fucked his shit up.
He's still breathing that
So that's
shit.
David Todd. And I tell you that because one of the songs we wrote, because me and Jimmy Todd know him through separate ways of life, and now me and Jimmy Todd know each other, it's the Ballad of David Todd. Oh, nice. And if you don't know how me and Jimmy O work, he does choruses and finds the beats, and he does all the choruses. And then what he does is he gives me a CD with the songs on them, and they're just blank where I'm supposed to go. So I have a whole song. I just have a whole song, but then there are just blanks in it. So me and Lindsay will be like listening to a song in the car, and I'm like, it's like a real radio song, right? She's like, this is pretty good. And she's like, what's up with all the gaps? I'm like, that's where I'm supposed to go. So like, and then when we see each other, he freaks out because we can do the song together without having to work together, because I'm like, Jimmy, I've been doing.
You got your parts already.
Yeah, I've been performing this with you in my car on the way to work for the last 2 months, buddy. Like,
That's fucking awesome.
so, and it works. How does that work? So I understand how artists and bands can hate each other and still put out good music. By the way, have you seen Axl Rose looking like Mama Fratelli online lately?
Yeah, no shit.
They took a picture of Axl Rose and Mickey Rourke at a sporting event or something lately.
Have you seen Artie
And they
Lang?
look like Artie Lang looks like fucking, yeah. So, you guys, we ran 6 minutes over, but it's been a good time.
6 minutes plus.
Yeah. I got my nuts here. I gotta go take off, pick up Liggity Lindsay from Cinnamon Roll Hell. And I shall not name this cinnamon roll place, but it's the most predominant cinnamon roll place in the whole Central Valley.
I ain't saying shit.
Maybe there might be treats here next week. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold, CentralValleyTalk.com. Let's give it up for, you know what? Let's give it up for just keeping this going. It's going to be the 6th Christmas episode, and I think this one, we're not losing any steam here. This one's going to be amazing. You know, one year I tried to plan it where we'd all go down Christmas Tree Lane together.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we couldn't get that.
That's
Not the
hell.
walk. We were going to all go drive it and fucking, hang out and just drive it. I think walk nights are over. Those at the 11th, right?
Yeah, right?
Oh, you can walk anytime, though. That's true.
Yeah.
The assholes that pissed off everybody else, though, if we were in a big ass group, you already know.
You ever seen the tiki thing that goes down Christmas Tree Lane? It's a big old tiki barge. No, wait, that's around Candy Cane Lane.
That's Candy Cane Lane.
Candy Cane Lane, there's a tiki barge, and they all sit there facing inward like a bar, and they're all just kind of pedaling while they sit there. And someone steers the tiki thing, and it goes around Candy Cane Lane.
On fucking the first Thursday.
Yes, I seen it on as well.
They had it going, so.
Hey, real quick, by the way, if anybody wants to get down, we're going to do Candy Cane Lane. That's over off of Alluvial and Cindy Lane in Clovis. Yeah, and that one's, it's not as hardcore as Christmas Tree Lane right now. We're going to go out there Sunday night and do a walkthrough. We're going to do some live posts, so watch the Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold Facebook page. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the lineup for the rest of the year. We got the Sex, Drugs, Christmas, I'm just going to do it. The Christmas Spectacular next Friday, and then that's the 21st with the Skulls of Mush and Jimmy O. And then the 28th, we have the Hyper Slugs coming in, and then we're going to go ahead and kick off the new year with... Yeah, and that's why you gotta like the Facebook page, you lazy stoners. Slide the fucking up! Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold!